The Two Parrots. There was an old woman named Heera who lived with her granddaughter. The granddaughter, being a young girl, wanted to go out and play with the girls of her age in the village. But the old woman would never permit that. She would like the girl to remain confined to the house all the time. The girl naturally was quite vexed with her grandmother, but she could not say anything to her face. However, when Heera was not at home, she would often blurt out, "Why doesn't the old woman die?" Heera, of course, knew nothing of what the girl said behind her back. Now there was a parrot in the house which heard what the girl said time and again. One day, when Heera was feeding the pet in its cage, it said, "Why doesn't the old woman die?" Heera was shocked. How on earth could the parrot have learned such words? There was nobody in the house except herself and her granddaughter. When she was not at home, the granddaughter was left alone. The girl could not have said this, for there was no one else in the house for her to talk to. It never occurred to Heera that the girl could have talked to herself. However, she forgot about it soon. The bird too did not repeat her words for a few days, not at least in Heera's hearing. One afternoon, Heera sat in her house chit-chatting with another old woman from the neighborhood. Suddenly screamed the parrot, "Why doesn't the old woman die?" The guest felt so much offended that she got up and left Heera's house immediately. Heera gazed at her pet in anger for a long time, but the bird did not seem to care. In the neighborhood lived a learned pundit. So many people consulted the pundit for solving their own problems. Heera too went to him and narrated the problem she had with her parrot. She begged of him to cure her pet of its bad habit. "That is not very difficult," the pundit assured her. "My parrot knows nothing but words of wisdom. If you so like, you may take my parrot to your house and keep it with your parrot for a few days. No doubt your parrot would pick up some nice phrases from my pet." To Heera, it seemed quite a bright solution to her problem. She carried the pundit's parrot with her and kept it in the same cage with her own parrot. This gave her a sense of relief. But hardly had she shut the cage when her own pet screamed, "Why doesn't the old woman die?" And at once replied the pundit's pet, "God willing, it should be so." The old woman, in a fit of anger, carried the cage to her door and releasing both the birds shouted, "Go and die wherever you like, you wicked ones." Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Do provide your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.